Are we live? Oh, we are live. We are live. What's good, everybody? I'm not waiting no more. I'm just gonna start right up, whether there's anyone in here or not. Let me go on Instagram real quick and click go live. There, you start talking, and the people will come. I don't know if you've seen that movie. I don't even remember what it was called, but the old baseball movie long ago. And I believe the guy was wanting to build like a baseball field or something, and like it's very vague, but basically he was scared to do it, and someone told him if he build it, the people will come, and he built it, and the people came, and so just gonna get right on into it. There are some really, really, really. What's good, Shamar? There are some really exciting things happening right now. There are some really, really big things happening right now. And I'm not going to go into detail, but I did an interview today with someone, and that's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm waiting to hear back. And whether it all you know goes through, as I would feel like I would like, or not. Whatever happens, I'm going to let you know what happened after. I'll probably be tapping in with y'all tomorrow and let y'all know what happened. But regardless, whether I get to the full experience or not, it's an indicator that there are a lot of really big things happening, bigger than anyone could ever imagine, including myself. How you doing, Dr. Monifa? What you super excited about? There are things happening right now. There are things in the works that no one could ever begin to comprehend the magnitude of. Things are changing. Things are shifting. People are starting to wake up. And people are becoming more and more hungry for the truth. Hey, that's tomorrow, huh, Dr. Monifa? The coaching part is tomorrow. Watermelon Washout Saturday. Man, look at that. Look at that. I'll be available tomorrow too, if you want to get a session in before the washout. I'll be available. So you could schedule same day. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go. It's all the way up, Dr. Monifa. It's all the way up. All the way up. Me and Bobby, we turned the fuck up. We are turned the fuck up. And things are happening. Things are happening. I'm really hoping I could share with, like I said, I'm going to share with you tomorrow either way what happened to me today. But I'm really hoping I'll be able to share it the way I want to share it. But yeah, huge things are happening. This watermelon washout, this is the biggest thing going on the internet. There's nothing bigger happening than this watermelon washout. And I would even go as far as to say there is nothing bigger going on the planet than the watermelon washout. If you could just begin to understand the significance of this challenge, this is life changing. No one that comes into this challenge is going to leave the same. I am so excited to hear about your transformations, to read your testimonials, to hear the excitement or to hear the excitement in your voice, to feel the excitement in your posts. I am so excited about seeing the underdog start to win, taking their power back, taking back control of their lives, experiencing life in ways that you all never thought possible. I am so looking forward. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about it. And it's absolutely going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. Because that's the type of energy you're going to be immersed in for 100 days. Me and Bobby, we bringing it. We here for y'all. We are going to fucking bring it for 100 days. We are bringing it. Because we're passionate about this. You know, we've been transformed like forever through these lifestyles, through our lifestyle, through fruit. My transformation actually began long before fruit, but fruit just catapulted me to levels that I didn't even know existed. And there's so much more. Y'all not, the people in the washout, y'all not growing by yourself. It ain't just going to be y'all. Like, we haven't arrived at a finish line. That means me and Bobby going to be in that group healing too. We going to be in the group sharing too. We going to be in the group being transparent and vulnerable too. You understand what I'm saying? There's always more. There's always higher. You can always do better. Have better. Be better. You can always raise your vibration. You will never max out in this life, in these flesh suits. We gonna be in there raising our vibration too. What's good, Rose? I just shared a post on Facebook about how my vibration, like I just noticed my vibration has raised yet again, because I'm now at a place, the insects that I used to absolutely hate and abhor with a passion, that I used to catch and fucking torture, I'm now doing everything I can to keep them alive and help them to get out my house. Like, I've been having this ant problem. Just ants galore. I don't even know where the fuck they coming from. And I just been catching them. I'll put them in a container, and after, a certain number, I just take them outside and dump them. I'm not killing them no more. There was a time where I'm killing all of them. I'm even like, I'll set them on fire. They crawling across my counter. I'll set them on fire. Mosquitoes, I'm not killing them no more, which I'm not saying that. That's where the last time a mosquito landed on my arm, it didn't even know. Like, it thought it was being sneaky, tiptoeing and shit. Landed, thought it landed softly, and it did because I didn't feel it. I just happened to look in that direction and saw it. A perfect opportunity to kill it. And all I did was I just gently shooed it away. And I saw it wanting to come back, and I just got up and left that area. Even flies, as much as flies, like this is huge for me. Cause I'm killing, like I'm killing, like, and I'm sure I'm not the only one killing mosquitoes on sight. If I catch you lacking, it's a wrap. Flies, I would catch them and torture them. Like all kind of just really torturous shit. And I just help them find their way out the house. So I'm saying all that to say, we're all going to benefit from this group. We're all in there to raise our vibration. We're all in there to heal. We're all in there to tap in to better versions of ourselves, not just y'all. Me and Bobby too. And we gonna give y'all everything we got. I mean, if you paying attention, you can already see how hard we've been going. Like you can already see how hard we've been going. I have literally been working. Like I was just telling my son this. I'm working like all throughout the day, every single day. Just mostly putting out content for y'all. Making videos and editing them and posting them on 4 different platforms, going live on 4 different platforms every day. Every day. That's a new level. If you understood how passionate we were about helping you get free from your addictions and living your best life, like if you really, really knew how passionate me and Bobby were about that, oh, you would, it would probably blow your mind. Because it's as if it's not even human. I could definitely say that from my perspective. My passion to help people is not even human. It's absolutely of a divine nature. 100%. Like I'm not even like, I was low key, like wanting to just not be noticed, fly under the radar. I used to never go live ever. As long as I've been on, I never went live. I used to just post funny memes. That's what I used to do. And I just laid low. I had like 70 friends, no followers. That was it. And I liked it like that. I just kind of, I don't know, through my watermelon washout last year, when I ate watermelon for 160 days, that just like catapulted me into this new realm, like a new dimension, a new level or vibration. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it because there's something inside of me that wants to help y'all so bad. It fuels me every day. It drives me. It's why I go so hard. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, right? I know it's not me because I don't like people. I personally don't like people. I'm alone all the time. Because people be peopling. I don't even like people. You know, like, yeah, there's, there are some like good people out there, but it's like Muhammad Ali told this story once, and this is how I feel. It's like Muhammad Ali, he was talking about racism, he's talking about white people. And I'm gonna see if I could tell this how he told it, at least come close. So he was saying, like, say there's like 100 snakes outside of your house. You're in the house, you open the door, and there's 100 snakes all coming towards your door trying to get in. Right? And you close the door on all 100 snakes. Right? And he said, out of that 100 snakes, there may be a few good snakes in there that mean you no harm, that are not going to try to bite you, harm you, or nothing. They really mean well. But are you going to go through the 100 to find those 3 or 4 or 5? Are you going to go through the 100 that do mean harm, that don't like you, that hate on you, to find the 3 or 4 that don't? Or you just close the door on all of them and hold on to your peace, your life, your sanity, all these different things. Live a drama-free life. And so that's like really kind of my position. So just the very fact that I'm out here the way I am, there's something of a divine nature driving me. And I'm fully submitted to that. I'm fully submitted to it. And what that is love. That's what it is. Love is a spirit. It's an energy. It's a frequency. That's what love is. And I've been tuned into it for a while and just going higher and higher throughout that frequency. As my vibration raises, I tap into a higher level of love. I become, or my awareness grows, it increases. My understanding increases of what love is. And, I'm just on some other shit right now. What's good, Jason? I'm just on some other shit right now. And it's like when I tell you that, like, right now, I'm tired. And I don't stop. Like, I'm tired right now. I don't stop. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. This morning, I took my son to school. Today was his first day on the job. First day on the job of his first job. I was up at 6:30 to take him to work. It's like a 25-minute drive there and back. I mean, each way. Had to go back and pick him up at 1 o'clock. So I got a little period of time in between there. I'm working. All that time I'm working. I'm working on different things. I got this book coming out that there's no doubt this book is going to absolutely help y'all. It's going to show you how to change your life. It's going to show you exactly what you need to do. I'm working on that, not the actual book, but the website. Still working on getting that together so you can purchase it from there. I'm working on coaching programs. Constantly working. I worked up until the time to pick him up, came back. I'm back working again. Like right before this live, I probably had about a good 45-minute workout. A nice long workout. I was tired before I did that. And I went in there and worked out as if I wasn't tired at all. It wasn't a tired workout. Like I was in there like really pushing myself. And then after that, I hopped on live because I got to hop on here and talk to y'all. And I want to hear from y'all. See what's going on with y'all. And that's how I've been going, like every day. A baby is being born. A baby is being born. And I mean, you'll see. You'll see. Just mark my words. Mark my words. If you were on here on the beginning of this live, mark my words. everything I said is gonna happen. But it's gonna happen like as I said, it's unfathomable. Like the magnitude of what's happening now is unfathomable. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, well, I may not know what unfathomable mean, but that looks like that's pretty unfathomable. I'm not saying I didn't know what that word meant. You know, like I had to look it up. But yeah, it's going up, y'all. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up all the way up. All the way up. And me and Bobby, we here for it all. We turned all the way up. We can't be turned down. We cannot be turned down. This energy cannot be turned down. This vibration cannot be turned down. And as many of y'all want to come with us can come. Y'all gonna be rocking with us for 100 days. You become like the people you hang around. And you're gonna get out of this group what you put into it. It's all up to you. You're gonna know exactly what to do. But are you gonna do it? That's what it's gonna come down to. Are you gonna do it? You know how they say you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? We could tell you exactly what to do. We could tell you exactly what we did to get free, to change our lives. But are you gonna do it? You know, because so many people, they know what to do. They just don't do it. And what's so dangerous about that is when you know what to do and you don't do it, you cannot grow. You can't grow. That's where, I mean, you can't grow in a positive direction. You could grow backwards. You can lower your vibration, but you can't raise your vibration. When you know what to do and you don't do it. And so many people are stuck right there out of fear. Just like Bobby Smith earlier, when was it? Last year, near the end of last year, Bobby Smith left his job to do what he's doing full time. He just fucking left. I was talking to him one day. Like one day I'm watching him and I'm hearing him talk about the only thing he didn't like about his life was his job. Everything else was just great, just fucking perfect. Just loved it. The only thing he didn't like was his job. But you just gotta work with what you got. Like he had a really good attitude about it. He was just being honest. Like fuck that job. Hate that fucking job. I don't want to be there. I don't like. Next time I seen him, you know, like in the video, he was saying he quit his job. He just fucking left. Now think about that. You know how high your vibration gotta be to do some shit like that? Like you have to be vibrating pretty high. Because you have to be vibrating above the fear. Now, how much fear can come along with that? And it's gonna be present because there's gonna be thoughts in your mind. A whole lot of what ifs. You leave your job without a plan? What are you gonna do? Just figure it out? Now how high your vibration has to be to do some shit like that? Now, how many people would not have done that? Because it's smart to keep a job. You know, a lot of people trust in the security of a job. A lot of people, basically, it comes down, and I'm talking about people that want to leave their job. I'm not talking about people that love their job and go to work. I'm not saying anything is wrong with working a job. I'm talking about people that have dreams, goals, passions, things they're passionate about, and they're scared to pursue them. They choose staying at a job that they don't like instead of pursuing their dreams, instead of pursuing things they're passionate about. These are the people I'm talking about that are scared to just take that leap of faith. You know, fear has them paralyzed because they feel their job provides security and they're scared to step out of their comfort zone. Imagine if Bobby would have did that. Imagine if Bobby was scared to step out of his comfort zone. If he was scared to just take that step of faith, believe in himself. Imagine if he was scared to go after what he really wanted. He didn't want to be at that job. How many people don't want to be at their job and they go every day, faithfully, on time, getting their little work done, miserable, go home, can't even enjoy the week. You living for the weekend. You got 7 days out the week and you're living for 2. And the rest is just fuck this job. Hate this fucking job. Hate the people. I'd rather be doing. Imagine how many lives would be totally different if Bobby wouldn't have took that step of faith. He couldn't have, well, I'm not going to say he couldn't have did it, but it's likely that he wouldn't have if he was the same Bobby that was an alcoholic and addicted to drugs and 368 pounds. It's very likely that he would have stayed at that job and he would still be smoking weed and still be going to the gas station 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting for them to open to get a bottle, still doing cocaine, still doing ecstasy, still being a bad father, still being a bad baby daddy, still being abusive to the mothers of his children. He's come such a long way. I doubt that anyone in the washout was in as bad of a state as he was in. Like, just imagine how just hanging around can change your life, because we become like the people we hang around. Just listening to him, asking him questions, and just listening. You're getting that for 100 days. And you see how hard he been going. He going live every day too. He was going live every day before me. Shit. I can't even say that he don't inspire me. Like, when it comes to this social media shit, I'm always watching him and what he doing. And like, I watch him and I feel like I'm slacking. I watch him, feel like I need to pick my shit up. Like, maybe I need to go live more. Maybe I need to be more active online, more active with the people, more involved with the people. And he got a lot of shit going on. Like, there's not a lot of people that know what he's doing behind the scenes. the things that he's working on. But we talk. I know what he's doing behind the scenes. That brother busy. A baby is being born. His work ethic is just off the fucking chart. He's hungry. He's hungry. I mean, what you're gonna get in this next 100 days, like you can't even put a price on it. You cannot put a price on it. You can't. You just can't. Like you can't put a price on this type of wisdom, this knowledge, this game that we gonna be sharing with y'all. So yeah, I don't even know like where all that came from. Let me hop in these comments though. See what y'all talking about. See if I'm missing anything. I'm not, trying to answer questions while I'm on here and all that. Hey, what's good, movie guy? You in the washout, brother? What's good, Rivera? What you mean you close, brother? What's the hesitation? Haley, what's up, Haley? I see you. If you still here. Alkaline King. Thanks for the follow, brother. Fruitin' first. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. I'm just gonna call you Burn. What's up, Burn? Fly Ram guy, what's up, brother? What's up, Liz? Liz, I tell him this to like directly to him. So, this ain't even new. Every time I talk to him, I'm pouring into him, you know. Like I just believe strongly in doing that, you know. And it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. Um, I'm just telling the truth. That's all I'm doing. But yep. What's good, Danny? Dejanay, yoga. I would never sprinkle cayenne pepper rolls. Like you just totally missed everything I'm saying. You just totally missed everything I'm saying. And you talking about don't get too soft. You don't understand what that means. You have no idea what that means. Killing is not courage. It's nothing to be admired. That's weakness. That's what weakness is. You get a motherfucking like shitload of ants in your house and you capture them and keep them alive and you set them free. That's warrior shit. That's high level shit right there. That's high vibration shit right there. Killing ants. Anybody can fucking do that. Anybody can fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how fucking little they are. You don't need no cayenne pepper. I mean, come on now. Like, my vibration is too high. It's too high for that shit. which I'm just realizing, which I didn't even know. But I've been going through that shit for over a week. For over a week. To have like an insect that you can't stand that fucking annoys you just from flying around your house like a fly. And then you catch it and you had an opportunity to kill it, but you set it free instead. You let it live instead. That's some super high level. That's some real warrior shit right there. You not being a fucking warrior, killing ants and flies and shit. Shit, I'm on the motherfucking battlefield every fucking day. I'm on the battlefield every day. I'm going to war every fucking day. I don't know if Facebook, y'all commenting Facebook, I'm not seeing them. I'm about to come, let me see. Or maybe it's just, I ain't seeing nothing but YouTube comments. Let me come over here on Facebook. Oh, shit. You know what? Always got to change my fucking settings on Facebook. I don't know why the fuck they do that shit. Every time I go live, they always set it to friends only. I'm like, why the fuck do they always set the audience to friends only? And sometimes to only me. Here we go. But see, I've been getting a lot of, see, this app is acting up. Okay, Facebook. What's going on, Gwen? Why don't I allow you to give stars? It's not me. I get in trouble a lot on Facebook, like just coming off a restriction for like 21 or 28 days or some shit. Just coming off. Like it hasn't even been a week yet. So that's why you can't give me stars because my account is not in good standing, according to Facebook's terms and conditions. So, I just, you know, I'm moving differently on Facebook, so at some point that may expire, you know, uh but that's why. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. Let's see if I can it's not even, oh, there we go. There goes some more. Oh no. What's up, Jadica? It's not, I'm gonna have to go on my, like, even Facebook is not allowing me, like on my computer, it's not even allowing me to see all the comments. So I'm gonna have to go on my phone. Because I only see like 4 comments right now, and it's saying there's 18. Now it's saying there's 21. So let me cut that off. Hey, thanks for the stars, Jadica. What's up, Deshay? Kev? I can't even see everybody that's on here. Like I'm not able to see all the comments on Facebook either. I don't know, Facebook. Shit is tripping. That's all I can say. Okay, I see Randy. What's up, Randy? What's up, Tiger? Hey, it's all good, Randy. Shit. No condemnation. You know what I'm saying? No judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. shit, I'm just stepping into this. You know, and it's been gradual for me. You know, I used to feel like, you know, that, you know, spiders, centipedes, I start letting them live. You know, I stopped killing them. And but when it came to like flies and mosquitoes, I used to always say those two, I will always kill them. I will always kill them. Like I never imagined I could get to a place in my life where I would set flies and mosquitoes free. When I would catch a fucking mosquito on me, about to go in, and instead of fucking just taking its life, just shooing it away, and just me just getting myself, just removing myself from that area. I never thought I shit. I mean, it's not something that I always thought about or even wanted. I never desired to be, you know, like I mean, shit. I used to get a lot of pleasure out of, especially flies. Catch a mosquito slipping. I used to get a lot of pleasure out of those things. So, you know, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. This is new for me. Like this is really new for me. What's good, Kendrick? What's good, Craig? Yeah, hey Tiger, I don't get money for reels. I don't get money for reels. I don't get money for shit. I don't get money on Facebook or Instagram. Um, I got like a couple dollars on TikTok. I don't even know how to get it. I got like $8. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. I like $8 or so. You know, I don't even know how to get it. Like I don't even care. I don't even care. Like I don't get no money on YouTube. I could get monetized on YouTube. Like my YouTube channel it was monetized before. And I don't think I'll ever monetize my channel. I don't know. I may. But right now, I like keeping my channel unmonetized because I know how much I don't like ads when I'm watching a video. And I'm not getting YouTube Premium, you know. Um, because I'm not trying to spend a lot of time on YouTube anyway. And if I get premium, no ads, then I'm gonna spend more time on it. So I keep it like that. But if I'm watching a video, as soon as an ad pop up, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm done. And so I like being unmonetized on YouTube because all my videos are ad free. You know, there's no interruptions. And I just feel like people would appreciate that to some degree. At least, you know, by appreciate, I mean like people would like that to be able to watch a video without it being interrupted by ads, like repeatedly, you know. So, you know, as for now, you know, I'm keeping it unmonetized. My channel was monetized, and then I got restrictions on YouTube for a video I posted about the COVID vaccine. I was talking about how the COVID vaccine was responsible for more deaths than COVID itself. And they took that shit, they took that shit down. They placed restrictions on my channel. I couldn't upload videos and they took away my monetization. And so, you know, now my attitude has just been like, y'all could just keep that shit. Fuck your monetization. You know. So let's go, Craig. You in the washout, brother? Washout members deep on here today. What's good, Andrew? You in the washout too. That's what's up. That's what's up. We turning up. we turning up. I mean, like I stay turned up. Like I'm just there now. Like I can't be turned down, and Bobby's there too. Like it's just 24/7. Like we just stay turned up. And I feel like in the group, we gonna turn it up even more. Even more. The games are over, y'all. Watermelon Washout, the games are over. The games are over. The excuses are over. The bullshit is over. It's time to take full responsibility. We gonna hold each other accountable. We not playing no games. We come to that washout to get what we came for. And we gonna get exactly what we came for and more. Refusing to be denied. Refusing to settle for less. We gonna do what the fuck we gotta do to get what we want and to live the life that we want and that we feel like we deserve. That's what it's all about. You're making a decision to heal. You're done suppressing. No more suppressing. You're done. You're done. You're done running. You're done running. No more running. No more running from your past. No more letting your past bully you. Letting your past intimidate you. No more reliving all of those traumas of the past without getting a reward. If you gonna go through the shit, you might as well get a reward for it. Don't just go through the shit. Don't just suffer. If you gonna suffer, get a reward for it. Eric Thomas say, I got that. I don't even know where that shit came from. Like, I know where it came from because I heard Eric Thomas say that. But like where it came from in me, I didn't even know I like knew that shit. Like, I didn't even know it was in here. But that's some real ass shit, right? You gonna suffer, get a reward for it. In every experience of suffering is something to gain. There's something to benefit. There's wisdom, there's knowledge, there's understanding, there's enlightenment, there's growth, there's healing in every experience. Get your reward. Don't go through the suffering for nothing. You've already been paying the price to heal and to be free. And you don't even know it. Because what's that saying? How's that saying go? No pain, no gain, right? Well, what the fuck? You done been through the pain. Where the fuck is the gains? It's like going to work out every day and you going through the pain, you not building. Where's the muscle? Where's the fucking muscle? Like, where's your muscle? There is no fucking way you should still be struggling with and suffering from shit that happened to you as a child. There is no way the things that happened to you in your past should still have the power to rob you of the joy of the present moment, to rob you of your peace in the present moment. There is no fucking, and I'm not, look, I've been there. I've suffered shit for decades. One fucking experience for decades. Plural. I already know what it is. That don't make it better. That's some bullshit. There's no, when that shit is, when it's over, it's over. It's supposed to be over. And it's not over because we keep reliving the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Why can't, I mean, if we gonna relive anything, why not relive the positive experiences? It ain't like you don't have a shitload of positive experiences in your past. Why relive the negative ones? And if you are gonna relive it, then get a reward from it. There's a reward in everything. Nothing in this life is coming into your life to destroy you. Everything comes into your life. Every experience, and every single experience is an opportunity for growth. That means there's the opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. There's an opportunity for you to go higher and to live better. And the really dope thing about that is the tougher the experience, the greater the reward. The harder the shit is that you've been, the greater the reward. Like, this is just making me think of Oprah Winfrey's story. I don't know if you know Oprah Winfrey's story, but Oprah Winfrey had a traumatic childhood. Shit. She had a very traumatic childhood. Look her story up if you've never heard it. Look that up. And look at Oprah, but look at Oprah Winfrey, not just today, for what, the past, 30 fucking years? I think she's like the first Black billionaire female. Traumatic childhood. Everything we go through will make us better if we allow it. Because there is no such thing of a bad experience. That's just what you're choosing to see. Your experience is based on what you see. It's based on how you interpret your experience. It's all based on your interpretation. You could change that. Because, like, the truth is the only thing that we really experience, that we really own, that we really suffer, are thoughts. That's it. What is depression? Depression. Thoughts. You're giving your attention to the wrong thoughts. You're giving attention to thoughts that you should be ignoring. If you give your attention to depressing thoughts, then depression is going to grow. Whatever you give your attention to, it increases. You make more of it because you're feeding it. All these so-called, like, all stress, depression, anxiety, all these things, all this fucking worry, fear, all this shit, happiness, peace, joy, all of it, regardless of what side of the spectrum you're on, they're all thoughts. And if you give energy to a thought, it'll create emotion, a feeling. And if you keep entertaining those thoughts, then those feelings will produce actions. I used to suffer from depression, severe depression, for a lot of years. And I would give so much attention to just negative thoughts, depressing thoughts. or energy, because that's all thoughts are. Thoughts are just energy. That I would be confined to my bed and like literally, like physically unable to move. Like it would get that bad for me where I was physically unable to move. It's not a mental illness. It's just poor thought management. I don't know how to manage this world up here. That's all it is, because I overcame depression without any drugs, without no fucking psychiatrist. I overcame depression by learning how to manage my thoughts, learning good thought management. That's how I did it. I did it on my own. And it took a long time because nobody was I didn't have anybody I had to figure all that shit out on my own. But that's how it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like that. That's why it was. It's impossible for me to be depressed now because I understand the laws that govern depression. Like if I was to experience depression, I could flip it around anytime I wanted. Like I know how to do it. It's really just a matter of changing what you think about. It's really that simple. The last time I experienced depression, I flipped that shit around and I started enjoying it. Like and you know this is really interesting. I told my brother this and it like really shocked me. But I was experiencing depression, right? But I was enjoying it. It wasn't having the result that it wanted to have. I was enjoying it. And it left. It just left. And I tried to get it back and I couldn't because one, I understand there's a lot for me to gain out of that. I don't see it as a negative thing anymore. I see everything as a positive. Everything is a positive because I always have something to gain, regardless of what the experience is. It's there to make me a better person. I can extract wisdom and knowledge and understanding from every experience. I see it all as an opportunity. I see it as a gift. That's what it really is. I just see things differently because I see the truth. This isn't like reverse psychology or shit or no shit that I'm doing on my. This is the truth. Every situation you will ever face in life, there's always yin and yang, right? Yin and yang, however you say that, yin and yang, whatever. But it's always that. There's always light and there's darkness. There's always a positive and a negative, just like a battery. You have both poles. The battery has, there will no power. That battery will not be able to provide any power without both positive and negative. You got to have both. The most powerful and transformational experiences in your life are what people refer to as the negative ones. Those are the gifts. Those are the gifts. You're not going to grow. You don't grow. You don't become better. If all of your experiences are good, that's not going to produce any growth. If your life is always comfortable, that's not going to produce any growth. You're never going to become a better person. You're never going to evolve. you will never tap in, at least to some degree, into your higher potential. It's those experiences in life that we hate, that we feel like just suck ass, that we just despise. Those are the treasures. That's where the treasure is at. Treasure is never on the surface. It's always buried beneath the surface. So when you have what most people refer to as, these suck ass experiences, these shitty experiences, these negative, all this, you see it as an opportunity and start digging for the treasure because it's there. It's there. And so, what's interesting about this is I'm like going on these like little rants or whatever. I don't even remember why I started, where it came from, or anything, you know. But it's the truth. And if you can adopt that way of seeing things, if you can adopt that perspective, how can you have a bad day when you see everything as an opportunity? How? It's impossible. How can you be discouraged when you see everything as an opportunity for your growth, for you to evolve? When you see it as a gift, it's impossible. And the more you can see that truth in every situation, the more unbothered you will be by life, by people, by everything. It's just a matter of seeing things for what they really are instead of what you think they are. That's all it is. I've done it. I do it. I do it every day. I've been doing this every day for decades. It's how I turned my whole life around. From fucking being a drug addict and an alcoholic and being homeless and going to jail all the time, kicked out the military, being in the streets, selling drugs, fighting all the time, guns, violence, all that shit. It's how I changed my life around. I do this it's just a lifestyle. I've trained myself to see the good in every situation, and now all I can see is the good. When I suffered from depression, all I could see was the bad. What I thought was, I couldn't see the good. I couldn't see nothing else. All I could see was the good, was the bad. That's why I suffered from depression, because based on my perception, everything was bad. Nothing was good. That's a lie. And over the years, I've flipped that around. Now it's the opposite. All I can see is the good. I can't see the bad. I can't see bad. I just can't. Like, it don't even make sense to me no more. Because I know. And if you were to reflect back on your life, you would see examples of this throughout your life too. You think about all the suck ass shit that you've been through. And just think about where you are now. Think about shit that you've been through that you thought you would never make it out of. You obviously made it out of it. Now, how many of those experiences do you have? Because I got a lot. I'm sure you got more than one. where you were in a situation like, I don't know what the fuck to do. There is no way out. It's over. And there was a way out. What you needed to do was revealed to you. It wasn't over. I reflect a lot on life, and like I've seen this happen so many times in my life. It's like, how much proof do you need? You know, like how much evidence do you need? Like I think about things like how your heart beats. I think about things about like how your heart beats, like approximately 100,000 times a day, and you have no control over not even one heartbeat. You're not even aware that your heart is beating. Are your bills more important than your heart beating? No. What in this material world is more important than your heart beating properly? 100,000 times a day, every single day. One day I did the math on this. I started calculating the approximate number of times my mom's heart has been beaten. She's 84 now. I start doing the math on her, on me, family. Just, it's mind blowing. And how many times throughout the day are you concerned or worried or fearful about your heartbeat? Understand that if your heart just fails, if your heart just stops beating 5 seconds, you could die. Your whole life here is over. Just 5 seconds. I think about that. Your heart is working all day, 24/7, and it gets no breaks. Not even a 5-minute break. Not even a 30-second break. No time out, nothing. And it has to be perfectly, flawlessly, with precision every single time. The intervals have to be perfectly timed every single time. And you control none of it. And it's more important, far more important than any of the bullshit that you be worrying about. You don't even control your own breathing. Like, think about that. You don't even control your own breathing. Your breathing is being done for you. So if the greater things are taken care of for you, why do you stress out so much over the bullshit? Now, I used to think about shit like this a lot. Like, these are things that I used to think about that I became aware that helped me just change my whole perspective. Like, you just start seeing like you never have a reason to worry. Never. Yeah, shit get hard, some blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It do. In the beginning, yeah. When you're learning how to change your perspectives, the way you perceive things, the way you interpret things, it's hard. Everything's hard in the beginning, though. Everything is. But it gets easier. Just like everything. The more you practice it, these are things, what I'm sharing, these are things to practice. And the more you practice, the better you get. You start practicing gratitude instead of complaining. or practice not complaining. Yeah, it's hard and sure. So what? So fucking what? It's hard. So fucking what? Do it. Hard and impossible are not the same things. Fucking do it. So what is hard? If you can do it, then do it. Shit, if you got to do it crying, then fucking do it. If you can do it, if you can't do it, that's different. You can't do it. But that ain't usually the case. What the case usually is, it gets hard. It's uncomfortable. And people stop. They give up. They quit. It's too hard. They don't say it's impossible. They say it's too hard. Why is it too hard? Because it don't feel good? Fuck how you feel. You can move past that. Feelings don't have to stop you. So what? It sucks. Do it. You can do it. If you could do it, you should be doing it. Period. No excuses. This is that energy that's gonna be in a watermelon washout. Excuses is over. Fucking excuse. Fucking excuse. It's time to grow up. It's time to fucking grow up. Stop acting like children and start acting like adults. How we gonna teach our kids to push through if we can't push through? How we gonna teach our kids to be patient and to persevere and to not quit if we always quit? If we always giving up? How we gonna teach our kids to go after what they want if we not going after what we want? I don't know, is any of this making sense to anybody? Is any of this making sense to anybody? Is any of this helping anybody? I'm still cannot even see. Facebook still saying I only got 18 comments on the computer, on the phone. What is it saying? It's not even, I don't fucking. I'm trying Facebook, trying to see y'all, get to y'all, reply to y'all. Trying to see y'all, get to y'all, reply to y'all. Okay, Gary, I see you. What's up, brother? How you doing, Rachel? I'm starting to see some of y'all. It's a struggle trying to see these comments. Is it a fucking hack or some shit? I know it's more than 21 comments. It was 21 comments. Now it's okay. I had to refresh. So let's see. 41 comments. Let's see. Okay, I see you, Jada. Let me see. Do. Craig, I see you. You hop on Instagram. I got to take a bathroom break. Hop on Instagram real quick. I mean, not, yeah, before I. Bathroom, watermelon washed out, bathroom break. Completely cold. How you doing? What's good? No limit, Shay. I'm appreciating y'all feedback on that. Lets me know that I'm in the ballpark. But that's it. That's it, y'all. This is this is that energy. But you know what's really dope about the washout is this is the type of energy I'm bringing to it. And Bobby is bringing a different version of this high vibrating energy. Like you get different versions. You understand? Like that's dope. That's dope. So it's not the same conversation, or like you get variety. You get variety. And I mean, just truth is, you know, everybody's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, there may be like there's no doubt about it. There's people that Bobby resonate with that I don't. And there's people that I resonate with that Bobby don't. And that's just that's what it is for everybody. You know? So to have like, wow, this is just really incredible. And what's really incredible about it is this wasn't even planned. I mean, of course, at some point we planned this, but this has been in the making since last year, and neither one of us knew it. There is something really big happening with this washout, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet. We haven't even scratched the surface. There's nothing like this happening nowhere. Shit, show me. I'm saying nowhere, anywhere, anywhere. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. It really is. 100%. There may not be another watermelon washout next year. This very well may be the last one. Or you could say the last one that we do together. Who knows? No one knows. That's irrelevant. No one knows what's happening tomorrow, next year. We know what's happening now. We know what's happening now. We know the opportunity that lies before us now. That's all you have is now. And life is about making now the best now that you can make it. A lot of people get overwhelmed with life because they're trying to do too much at one time. You got to learn how to chunk life down to small, bite-sized, manageable pieces. Chunk it down. And one of them shit, I don't even know the most powerful way to do that is to just live now. Just deal with right now. And there's balance, right? There's balance. But generally speaking, Just focus on now as much as you can, just right now. If you were able to tune in to the present moment, regardless of what so-called problems you feel you have in your life, if you were able to tune in just to right now, nothing else, just right now, you would tune into peace and gratitude and joy. Because right now, right in this present, everything is perfect. Everything is beautiful. Everything is lovely. When we start having issues is when we step out of now and we go back venturing into the past, or, you know, through our imagination, we start venturing into our perceived futures, what we think is going to happen. It's amazing how much we suffer what we think is going to happen. Like some shit, there go a fly. Like some shit have happened, and then like we'll just run away with it and just start assuming a bunch of shit. We start assuming the outcome. We use our imagination to visualize it, to see it. And we're so confident in those assumptions. And when they're negative, we suffer. And it hasn't even happened. It hasn't even happened. We're suffering assumptions. We're suffering thoughts. Something that really set me an experience. I'm going to share this experience with y'all that really, I feel like this was the straw that, I don't know, I don't want to say it like that. But this is what really, like, this experience, it's like how many times, like how much proof do you need and before you start trusting, right? And this experience was that experience that just, got me to this place. Okay, I don't need no more proof. I'm making a decision to trust right now. Like, this was it. So when I first started my business in 2011, shortly and the way Bobby did it is the way I did it. I left. I just left. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have no plan, like nothing. I just left. I knew without a doubt that this wisdom that's on the inside of every single one of us, this truth, this divine intelligence, was guiding me away from that job. And so I left. And, very shortly after, I had an accident. Now I left. I didn't have no money in the bank. Like, I didn't have no savings. I barely had customers. I was in grind mode. I'm trying to build clientele. So I'm still like fresh and, this is the struggling phase. And I had an accident. I was riding a dirt bike. I was wheeling this dude dirt bike. And I over throttled it, didn't hit the brake. And I lost it. And when I went to stand up, I couldn't. Like, I fell right back down because something happened. I don't know what it was. Something with my knee. I could not stand up. I couldn't walk on. And so I'm gonna make a long story short, right? So, I tried working on it, and I had crutches that I had to, I just bought them, I think from Walmart, bought me some crutches. I was still trying to work. and I work in construction. So I had one job that I wanted to finish up, and I finished it up on crutches. And the pain was so excruciating. I just, I finished that job, and I was done, and so I'm in the bed, and I was in the bed for like confined to a bed for about a month. And during that time, I stressed out. Like, the stress I experienced during that period, I can't even put into words. It literally was making me sick physically. I couldn't sleep. Like, you talk about anxiety, you talk about fear, you talk about worry, all these things, depression, all these things, because I'm thinking, how am I going to pay my rent for this house? I don't have no money to pay the rent, and I can't work. And I suffered tremendously, and everything I suffered was my assumptions, my imagination. It's how I thought the situation would work out, and it made sense to me, right? And so my logic was, I can't pay the rent. I cannot live in this house rent free. So if I can't pay the rent, I'm going to be asked to leave. I'm going to have to leave. I don't have no money. I don't have no money for storage. I don't have no money to move. I don't have no money for a fucking truck, like a moving truck. I don't have no money for a deposit or first month's rent. I don't have no money. I left my I left my I left my job. I left my job. No money in them, like no savings, not like nothing. And I was guided to do that. I went through it, right? And so, like I said, I couldn't sleep. It's just stuck in the bed, sick to my stomach, just fucking worrying like a motherfucker. And everything it made perfect sense. And so what ended up happening, the first came, and I didn't want to call this dude and tell him what was going on. I didn't want to face it, but then it was like, Kev, you can't dodge it. It's the first. At some point, you're going to have to talk to him. So I went ahead and made that call, and I remember the street I was on when I made that call. And so I'm driving. Now I'm driving, and I'm still not able to work though, but I'm driving. And I called him, and I'm like, yo, Steve, I got to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And I explained to him what happened. And I'm like, look, I'm not trying to stay in your house rent free. I know I got to pay rent, but that's what I'm dealing with. And I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to move. I'm figuring it out. And he responded to me and said, you don't have to move if you don't want to. He said, don't worry about the rent right now. Just focus on getting better. And when you're better and you're able to work again, then we could talk about the rent. And after he said, I had to pull over because my mind was blown. My mind was blown. I couldn't even speak after that. And I learned so much from that experience. Everything about that experience was perfect. It was just as it needed to be. I mean, all the stress, the depression, the anxiety, the fear, everything was just as it needed to be. Because at the end of that experience, I realized all the things that I was afraid of, It was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. All the things that I just was so sure would happen, none of it happened. I'm suffering things that never happened. It only happened in my mind. And that experience, like I said, that was the last piece of evidence I needed. I said, you know what? From this point, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna trust. I'm just gonna trust that everything is working for my good. Everything. I learned so much. That experience changed my life. I got my reward from that. From all that stress, all that anxiety, all that depression, all of that, all those sleepless nights, getting sick, like literally worrying myself sick. I got my reward from that. That experience changed my life. Not solely just that experience, but that's the one that pushed me over the edge into trusting the flow, just the natural divine flow for my life, and trusting that everything is always working for my good. Always. Fuck what it looked like. Fuck what I think it is. Fuck what I think is going to happen. I've learned to detach from all of that. Those are the things that I don't trust anymore. I don't trust me. I don't trust the thoughts that go on in my head. I don't trust these assumptions. Most of the shit I hear in my head, I don't trust. Everything I hear, I have to verify. I have to confirm. That experience taught me a lot. And that's a fact. When we try to predict the future, assume the outcome of things, we often suffer things that never even happen. Never even happen. So at what point do you realize that whatever the source of these thoughts are is just full of shit? Whatever the source of these thoughts are is fucking lying. Like, that's when do you trust that? Like, I have, like, if you reflect over your life, you see evidence of this time and time and time and time again. Like, how much proof do you need? You know, your whole war, your entire battle in your life is you versus you. It's you versus you. That's the battle that people run from. People don't have no problem fighting other people. Somebody will beat another person's ass, just beat their ass. That ain't even your enemy. That ain't your problem. You are your problem. And most people are scared to look in that mirror and face themselves. That's how you get free. All this fighting people doing, and they never fighting their enemy. They're fighting people that got nothing to do with their suffering. They have nothing to do with it. The things we suffer are 100% because of us. 100%. Because it's never what happens to you that causes suffering. It's how you think about what happens, which causes the suffering. It's how you think about it.
It's what you think about it. It's how you see it or how you perceive it, how you interpret it. That's what causes the suffering. And the fact that there's good in any situation, although sometimes the good can be really hard to find, that don't mean it's not there. It's always there. It's impossible for it not to be there. It's impossible. That violates universal law. Laws of balance. Everything is balanced. You never see gravity slipping up. You never see, well, if you believe in gravity. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to know about. Like, I don't know. Like, I hear people saying gravity don't exist, but we're just going to go with gravity, right? You never see gravity. Gravity is a universal law. You have never seen one single inconsistency with gravity. There has never been an inconsistency with gravity. There are no inconsistencies with universal law. It's just you, if you understand the laws that govern electricity, once you comply with those laws, you get your source, you get your conductor, you complete the circuit. Once you have these things in place, you are going to have electricity, period. It don't matter who you are, what you look like, what you believe. Don't matter. Like, you could be a fucking atheist. Like, nothing matters. Like, universal law is law, independent. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change because of who you are or anything like that, or it doesn't. These things work for everybody. When you understand universal law and you start applying them to your life for your benefit, everything changes. It's impossible for it not to. So, yeah, that's what it is. What's good, LaBash, Morella? I see y'all. Bobby Smith, Cuba, Jen. What's up, Jen? Jessica, I see y'all. Oh, now my Facebook comments starting to show up over here too. Okay. Yeah, hey, Jenica. I ain't about to get into all of that. I know you be on it. I ain't about to get into all of that. That's a different life. That's a whole different life. That's what's good, Gary. That's what's good. I like hearing that, brother. That's the fact, LaBash. That's a fact. Like, man, you really get that? If you can really get that, if you really, really get that, it changes everything. It changes how you move. We're victims of poor thought management. This is the most powerful thing in the universe, right here. And we don't know how to use it. This is a fucking weapon right here. You could use this right here to create whatever you want to create. You got to know how to use it, though. Every thought you have has the potential to create. Every single one. Every thought that enters your mind. And you got to understand that most of the thoughts you have are not your thoughts. You're not thinking, you're listening. And shit just is coming like all day. You're hearing different things. This is where your spiritual world, this is your spiritual world right here. This is a whole world right here between your ears. It's a whole world. People don't know how to navigate it. You have so much power. Like the power you have, none of us could ever comprehend as human beings. Could never begin to comprehend it. But you could know enough. You could know enough to change your life. This is the most powerful thing in your world. And the most powerful thing here within this world here are thoughts. Thoughts. Because thoughts are the seed for all creation. Thoughts are the seeds for all creation. What are thoughts? Words. All thoughts are words. In the beginning was the Word. All things were made by the Word. Without the Word was not anything made that was made. You realize that one of the main things that separate us from every other species on this planet is our ability to speak. Think about that. Human beings are the only species that have the ability to speak words. Every other species, they all communicate, but they all communicate differently. We're the only species that communicate with words. In the beginning, check this out. Check this out. If you could fucking get this, you're going to have to hear this a lot. You're going to have to hear it over and over and over before you can really just begin to tap into the power of what I'm about to say. And this is in the Bible. Like, this ain't no original shit that I came up with. This is in the Bible. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. The Word is God. Words. Words. You know what else words are? It's energy. Words are energy. It's energy. Every word vibrates at a specific frequency. Every single one. Every single word has its own unique frequency. The Word is God. Why is that said? Because God said, and it was. You think you different? Like, don't you realize it's the same thing with you? God? Like, don't you, like, people don't even know who they are. Like, you're not a God. You're God. God is living life as you, experiencing life as you. It's impossible for it to be any other way. It's impossible. You also, whether you realize this or not, and again, if you reflect over your life, you will see without a doubt that this is absolutely true. You can find tons of examples in your life where your experiences were products of your words. And remember, words are also here too. Thoughts are words. Thoughts are words. These words count too. Matter of fact, these are the most important words. These words here are the beginning of everything you create in your life. Every experience you have is created here first. These words, the words that you choose to ignore, and the words that you give power in your life by feeding them your attention, your energy. You're the creator. You are the creator. And what's happening, like most of us are just creating experiences that we don't like, that we don't want, because we just don't know what the fuck we're doing. We don't understand the power that we have. We don't know where our power is. We don't know how to take control of it. We're fighting against people and different things that, like, we're so distracted. This world is designed to keep you distracted from knowing how powerful you are. It's like the whole purpose of entertainment, to keep you distracted, keep you entertained, keep you laughing, keep you dancing, keep you, you know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes glued to the tube. Keep your ears tuned into gossip. A whole bunch of he say, she say, he did, she did shit. It all distracts you from understanding who you really are and how powerful you are. And because you don't know who you are and how powerful you are and where your power is and how to take control of it and how to use it to take charge of your life, you're self-destructing with it. The very power intended to be used for your good, for you to create whatever you want to create, you're self-destructing with it because you're using your power against you because you don't know how to use it. You know, depression is like self-destruction. That's self-sabotage. It ain't no fucking mental illness. You know, people, mental illness, like, oh, you have no control. No, it's just a mismanagement of power. As I said earlier, it's just poor thought management. All these different emotions and things we feel, if we don't want to feel it, then it's poor thought management. We don't know how to navigate this. Every time you complain, don't you realize that complaining is a form of self-sabotage? That's what complaining really is. Self-sabotage. Because the energy you put out is coming back. When you complain, you are creating future experiences. People don't even, like most people don't even know that. When you speak against yourself, people like so full of shit. Like people are so ignorant. People think, you know, words like shit and fuck and goddamn, like people think these are curse words. There is no such thing of a curse word. And these same people that say this stupid ass shit, they curse themselves when they talk, and they're not using any of those words at all. Don't you know, like, if you call yourself stupid, you're speaking a curse over your life? You're doing that to yourself. If you say I'm a loser, like if you call yourself a loser, that's a fucking curse. Without the shit, without the fuck, without the goddamn motherfucker, without any of those words, you just saying to yourself, I'm a loser. That's a curse. Like how many times, like how often, how many people speak like this about themselves? Say things like, I can't do anything right. I ain't gonna never be shit. I'm broke. I'm this, I'm that. Sarah Smile, she's one of my newest friends on Facebook, and I believe it was her that posted this, and I believe it was a meme, but it said, it said something to the effect of whatever you say. Damn, what the fuck? Like rapid fire burps and shit. But she said, whatever you say after I am, you become. So what are you saying after I am? Like, are you even thinking about it? Most people just say this shit like they don't even think about it. People focusing on words like shit and fuck, and they're cursing their life every day. That's not understanding how to use this power. That's not or failing to understand who they are and the power that they have, the power of their words, whether in the form of thought or spoken verbally. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word is God. All things were made by the Word. All things are. Were, if all things were made by the Word, all things are made by the Word. Y'all in church now. Y'all in church. I need some. Hey, Gwen, grab the collection plate. Start passing the collection plate around. Jadica, Lebeth, y'all start passing collection plates around. We about to collect some tithes and offerings. We about to collect some tithes and offerings. You see what I'm saying though? All things are created by the word. All things are created by your words. You are the creator of your experiences. 100% of the time, unequivocally. However the fuck you said that. You said that. I didn't even know that word was in my vocabulary. It just like rolls up to the surface. So I'm like, okay, get on out there. And I just shot it out there. Like that's powerful as fuck, though. That's powerful as fuck. If you could get that just a little bit, you would be so careful about what you say. You would be so careful about what you allow yourself to think. That's what it is. That's what it is. See, you know the thing about flies, like why this motherfucker got a fly in my face? It see I'm on a live. Like all this fucking house, it is free to fly in. This motherfucker want to come right in my face. I wonder if y'all could see it on camera. Like it came right in my face. Like it's fucking taunting me and shit. Like, fuck you. And then just flew away. Like, why flies gotta fuck with you? It's fucking 1, 2, 3 fucking levels in this house. And that motherfucker wanna be right here. Right here. Right here. Like it's like it just fly right up in my face. Me hop on Instagram, see if anybody's saying anything over there, and nobody is. Instagram, be quiet. Instagram, be quiet. It's the fly's job, Gwen. Hey, but hey, you know what though? That fly is making me a better person. Like every time that fly, it's helping me become a better person. Like I don't know what it is. Like I haven't thought about it. I'd have to think about it, like to like really like break it down. But I'm exercise. Like I have to. It's helping me to exercise some spiritual muscles. It's helping me exercise self-control in a different way. You understand what I'm saying? It's helping me with emotional management. And you understand, like, I used to hate flies so much. Like, I would get off of this live and I wouldn't get back on until I caught that fly and killed it. Like, I used to be that guy. If a fly was in this house and I was annoyed by it, I would stop everything I was doing. And I wouldn't do shit else until I caught that fly and killed it. So this fly is really, everything is working for your good. Everything is designed to make you a better person. Everything. And it comes in so many different forms, even in the form of a fly. I thought it landed on my watermelon. Even in the form of a fly. An annoying ass fly. Like, why are you annoyed, first of all? Because it's not the fly that's annoying. Like, why are you annoyed, first of all? Like, why are you so why are you so mad? Like, why are you so mad? Like, these things happen, they're intended to get you to take a look at yourself, not what the fuck is wrong with the fly, but what the fuck is wrong with me? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you giving that little ass fly so much fucking power in your life? Everything is all intended to get you to take a look at yourself. That little fly can teach you a lot about you just from being a fly. If you're focusing on the right things, if you're looking at the right things, that little fly could teach you a lot about you. Like when I would hunt flies down and not rest until I caught them, and I had issues. I had some issues. Those are issues. You know what I'm saying? Like I had issues. When I would catch a fly and fucking torture it, those are issues. I had issues. Those were symptoms of bigger problems. Even that fly is a gift. Everything is a gift. And the more clearly you can see that, oh man, it's a wrap. Because you just start evolving at such a high rate because you're learning from everything. You're not being offended or so easily offended by the things that are happening, by your experiences. You're seeing them as gifts, as opportunities, and you're learning from them. You're getting a reward. There's a reward to be obtained. There are several rewards to be obtained that this fly came to give me. It's just a perspective shift, seeing things for what they really are. You see how deep that is? Like, you see how powerful that is? It's a gift. You know, like, I don't really like using this word, but, you know, at the same time, I like using it because people relate to it. People, they know basically what it means. Like, they know it's a good thing, but that fly is a blessing in disguise. And the only reason it's in disguise is because that's like the disguise that we've given it. It's the way we see it. But it's really not in disguise when you can see clearly. Like it's really obvious. That's what it is. That's what it is. And that's a fact, Gary. Like everything can. Everything can. The smallest, we give so much power to the smallest, most trivial, meaningless, insignificant shit. We just be giving power away to everything. We give everything, everybody, the power to control how we feel, our mood, our day. Like people really be giving other people the power to make them have a bad day. Not me, but I've been there. Most of my life I was there. Never again. Never again. People have power in others' lives that they do not deserve. No one deserves that type of power in your life to control how you feel, to control whether you have a bad day or not. No one deserves that type of power. That power is for you. You are supposed to control whether you have a bad day or not. You're supposed to be in control of that. Like, like this fly, like that fly, like there was a time where that fly could make me have a bad day. Could make me have a bad day. He walk around the house mad as fuck, especially if I couldn't catch it. Just mad. And if somebody was to come up to me and say something to me in the heat of that moment, I would snap. What? You know what I'm saying? A fly. But now I see it for what it is. I see the truth now. That's a gift. It's something to be grateful for. Like, do you know you like when you realize, like when you really, when you start to really know that everything happening in your life is for your good, you know what that does? That causes you to be grateful for everything. You're grateful. Imagine how much that will change your life because you're constantly transmitting the energy of gratitude, thankfulness, appreciate. You're constantly transmitting that energy consistently. You can't even like comprehend how much that alone will change your life, change your experiences. The energy that you put out into the universe is multiplied and returned back to you in the form of experience. That's just the way it works. So if you're constantly putting out the energy of gratitude, all of that high vibrational energy is being multiplied and returned back to you. Complaining attracts more things to complain about. Gratitude attracts more things to be thankful for. It's just how it works. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. The energy you sow, you're going to reap. Like, think about it. You sow one apple seed, then an apple tree is going to grow and it's going to produce possibly hundreds of apples. And each of those apples have several seeds in them. That's the energy being multiplied from one seed. You sow one seed and you get hundreds back. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful stuff. Now imagine the energy you're sowing is that of just constant gratitude. And you know what's really interesting about this is it's really easy. Like in theory, it's easy because you always have more to be grateful for than you do to complain about. Even on your worst fucking day, you have far more to be grateful for than you have to complain about. The odds are in your favor. You have the advantage. You never have to focus on what you feel are the negatives. When you have infinitely more positives that you could focus on. It's like you could have 5,000 reasons to be thankful, and you focus on the one thing about your life that you don't like. You focus all your energy and attention on that one thing, and you ignore all of these 5,000 good things happening in your life at the same time. Like, what kind of shit is that? What the fuck kind of shit is that? How the fuck do you ignore all of these good things happening in your life? Like they're not even happening. And you focus all your energy and attention on this one thing that you don't like. That you don't like. That's all it is. You don't like it. It's not that it's bad. It's only bad because you define it as bad. And you only define it as bad because you don't like it. You don't like it. You see that? The odds are stacked in your favor. Always. Always. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. You know why we can't see it? Because we take so fucking much for granted. We are so fucking ungrateful. We don't appreciate shit because we've had it so good throughout our lives. Like we're eating every day. Other parts, you don't even have to go to other countries. Right here in America, people are going hungry. Children and adults are going hungry every day. Fucking hungry, going to bed hungry, going days without eating. It's right here in our country. Probably not too far away from you. Like these very things are happening about 20 minutes, a 20-minute drive. And I see all this shit going on. Homeless people, people sleeping on sidewalks, people sleeping under bridges, people sleeping on park benches, people sleeping in tents on the sidewalk, in a parking lot. People that don't know where their next meal is coming from. Dirty, filthy, stank. Ain't nobody on this live experiencing that. We take so much for granted. We wake up every day, every morning in a comfortable ass bed, fresh, clean sheets and blankets and pillows and shit, all soft and fluffy and heavenly. Got our own bathroom, own shower, own kitchen, stove, refrigerator. If you hot, you can turn on the AC. If it's cold, you can turn on the heat. If it's dark, you can flip a switch, cut on the lights. You fucking healthy. You have your vision, you have your limbs, you have mobility, you can walk, you're independent. You have a fucking job. Like the list is fucking endless. It's endless. And we'll ignore all of this, all of these good things because we don't appreciate it. We've always had it. We just take it for granted. And there are people in right here in this country and outside of this country, all over the world, that would love to have your little bullshit ass problems. People don't even be having real problems for real. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, like people that complain the most, like this is shocking. Like I've seen this, like I've experienced this though. Because I used to, like them homeless places, I used to have a homeless friend. And I used to go down, I used to pick her up, I used to bring her back to my spot so she could shower, give her something to eat. We would just hang out. And I would take her back down to her spot. Like she was a friend of mine for years. So I was pretty like close or like plugged in to that world. And her level of gratitude, like I experienced, like it was one day, I don't even remember the conversation, but her attitude, like she was so appreciative and thankful for life, for her life. And she was homeless. When I met her, she was sleeping on a sidewalk on a steamer in the winter. That's how, like the homeless people here, like downtown, that's how they stay warm. That's one way. They sleep on steamers. No, you've seen them steamers on the sidewalk. I don't know if y'all got them, but steamers on the sidewalk, and there's fucking steam that comes out of them. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that's what it is. And people, like in the winter, they'll throw a blanket over that and they'll get up under, and that's how they stay warm. That's how I met her. And she was one of the most like grateful and appreciative, like so much so. I don't even remember the conversation, but she was just expressing how appreciative she was for life and everything. And like that shit fucking brought tears to my eyes. Like I ain't show it while she was there. But when when I dropped her off and I just reflected on that, like the tears was fucking flowing. Like that type of gratitude. And it'll make a person ashamed of themselves because it shows you how trivial and minuscule the shit that we complain about really is. It's fucking embarrassing. I saw that shit in myself and I just refuse to be like that. I refuse. We take shit for granted though. We don't realize how good we have it. We don't appreciate it. And I mean, unfortunately, this is just the way it is. That a lot of times, you know how the saying go, we don't appreciate what we have until we lose it. Why you gotta lose some shit to appreciate it though? Why you gotta lose it? And then you lose it, you realize how valuable it was, and now you want it back and can't get it back. Why you gotta lose it? Why people gotta lose their health before they can appreciate their health? Why you can't appreciate your health while you're healthy? All you gotta do is look around, all these sick people all over, everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You know, these people inspire me. Sick people inspire me because I look at them and it's just motivation for me. Like, I am not going to end up like that. I refuse. And I understand it's a choice. And we make that choice every time we eat, every time we put something in our mouths. We're making that choice to be healthy or to be sick. It's a choice. Disease is a choice that the person afflicted by it made consistently for years. It's the consequence of choices made consistently for a number of years. It could even be decades. That's what it is. So when I see sick people, I already know they did that to themselves. Most cases, that's what it is. You know, people that are born sick, born with disease and things like that, you know, that's not their fault. That's their mother's fault. Their mother did that to them. And now they, you know, they got to live with it. You know, because the mother allowed the baby to be poisoned while in the womb, whether it was through what she was consuming or she allowed a quack in a hospital to inject some shit into her bloodstream and it affected and poisoned the baby. So, you know, people that are born with shit, you know, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about babies that's born. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that weren't born with cancer, that developed cancer later in life, weren't born with heart disease or diabetes, and they develop it later in life. They weren't born with all of these, but they develop it. Those are consequences of their choices. Like, you're consistent in the wrong things. You don't want to be consistent in poisoning yourself. And people don't think nothing gonna happen. Like, people just laugh at that shit. They don't realize they reap what they sow. And so it didn't happen today. It didn't happen tomorrow. It didn't happen a week later. It didn't happen a year later, 5 years later. Nothing happened. They think nothing's gonna happen, and then it does. Because if you don't see a problem with what you're doing, you're not gonna change. You get comfortable. One day you feel a pain, like, yo, what the fuck was that? Oh shit. You take yourself to the hospital. They run tests. They come back. Sorry to tell you, sir or ma'am, but you have such and such. The laws of nature cannot be mocked. Period. We all reap what we sow. Your power is being conscious about what you're sowing. What are you planting? Or you just fucking mindlessly throwing seed in the ground, just scattering all kind of toxic seed. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. It's gonna produce a harvest. And so if you don't like your harvest, then you need to start planting different seeds. That's all it is to it. Like, it's really, really simple. Like, these things are super simple. Like, to me, this shit is just common sense. It's just this shit is so I could explain this shit to a child at fucking kindergarten. I could sit down with a kindergartner and explain this shit and they would understand it. There's nothing complicated. It's not deep. It's really not. It's like that sometimes, I don't know if I came up with this, but sometimes I refer to this as the boomerang effect. You know, you throw a boomerang, when you throw it out, it's coming back. It's coming back to you. It's coming right back to you. That's how it is with your energy, except your energy is multiplied and it comes back to you. You get more of what you put out. It's kind of like putting your money in the bank. Like, say, like a good bank account that builds good interest, or I don't know, like a fucking CD or some shit, you know. You put your money in and you take more out. Like when that security, when that bond, whatever it is, when it's time to, you know, when the time is up and that thing has matured, what you pull out is more than what you put in. That's how energy is. Shit. You should be paying super close attention to everything you say, everything you allow yourself to think, everything. And you should always be asking yourself the question, do I want to reap from this? Do I want to plant this seed? Do I want the returns on an investment like this? Because that's what we're doing. Like, we're always making investments. We're always investing energy. You know, energy is the real currency. Money is just like like a material, it's like material symbolism. It's a physical, thing that's revealing a spiritual truth. You know, just how you spend money and you can get whatever you want, you know, with that money. When you learn how to spend your energy wisely, you can get whatever you want. That's what it is, y'all. Well, shit, it's Friday. Today is Friday. It was Thursday when I got on, and now it's Friday. Hey, if you like eating the mango with the peel, then eat it. If you enjoy the peel, then eat it. Son, my fucking son is on my live. He probably gone now because I don't know when he left that. I don't know. My son was on my live. That's the dopest shit ever.
D Swervo. I can hear him now saying, like, man, I said, what's up? You don't be saying nothing. Because one of his friends was on my live too on Instagram. And he said that same shit. He said that same shit. Like he was offended a little bit. Hey, man, he ain't even say nothing to me, man. Hey, time, energy, that's the real value, brother. That's the real value right there. That's the treasure. That's the treasure. Hey, what's good, Dylan? You hopped on late, brother. Yeah, hey, that's fact, Gwen. I see you spitting facts. I see you spitting facts. Very, very arrogant. We're very arrogant people. And that arrogance makes us stupid. And as a result, we do a lot of stupid shit and we self-destruct, we self-sabotage. Arrogance is a self-destructive energy. It's a very low vibration. Very low. It'll prevent you from evolving, from growing. Absolutely. Well, in a positive direction. It'll cause you to grow backwards. It'll cause you to grow more and more, in those negative or those low vibrating energies. Very toxic. That's a very toxic energy right there. But yep, y'all, on that note, I'm about to get out of here. Hey, it's pretty dope that y'all was hanging with me though. It's pretty dope that y'all was hanging with me. And it was really dope having y'all on here. You know what I'm saying? Facebook showed up this evening. Shit, today Facebook showed up and YouTube was quiet. It's usually the other way around. YouTube usually be turned up. Facebook be quiet. Yeah, Dylan, bro, I've been on for over 2.5 hours, brother. It wasn't even the same day when I started. But yeah, hey, y'all all have a great evening or morning. It's because it's actually morning here now. I don't know what time it is where y'all are. I appreciate you, Gwen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Dr. Manifa. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate the energy, the conversation, the comments, the love, the support. I appreciate y'all. Jada Cup. I appreciate you, Gary. Always appreciate your energy, Jadica. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate, like I really do. I really do. You know, um, and I love that y'all just roll with me into the next day. It's fucking 12:20. And y'all on here with me. I love that. I love it. I appreciate that, Jadica. I really appreciate you sharing it. That's good to hear. Hey, I ain't even gonna say it. I might have some really big fucking news to share with y'all. I might. Something happened today, and I just don't want to speak on it too soon. But I might. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Pinky, I ain't even know you. Pinky, there go YouTube. I ain't even know you was on, Pinky. Yep. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night. Y'all have a great tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the week. And I'm turned up. So it's very, very likely that I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. And so again, I'm definitely excited about getting back on here with y'all again. Good night, everybody.